Hi, Maddox. Here are the answers to the questions. Make sure you know that the modules are what students have to go through to be able to do my class. And I would imagine several of your other classes, that is extremely important. The first question you have is about classroom. It says you have 4 missing assignments and there's 11 missing. Yeah, if you don't go through the modules, you won't see the reviews for tests and quizzes and delta mass and things like those. I don't see how anybody can do my class without going through the modules. Wake up on Monday morning, open the module, will lead you to attendance, and then go through page by page. And whenever you do geometry during the week, you'll have it done and you'll know you're done when you get through the modules. Classroom is just a place for me to have students submit stuff. Question 2, what does congruent mean? Congruent means equal measure. Congruent means equal measure. So I can say, for example, let's say we have a segment, and this is A, this is B, and this is C. And let's say I'm given this. These are called tick marks. And when you put tick marks, you're telling that these two distances are the same. So I could say that segment AC is congruent to segment CB, which means that they have the same measure. For angles, let's say that here is an angle, A, B, C, and I draw this. And I'm going to say that this is a bisector. A bisector. A bisector means it cuts it in half. Okay, so if that's a bisector, I could say that angle ABD is congruent, which means they have the same measure, to angle DBC. Okay, and so congruent means equal measure. Again, if you haven't been looking at the modules, which sounds like you haven't, then the notation is another hurdle that we have to get you through. Come to Zooms, we'll practice that. We'll make you great at it. And then it says that add up to 180 in question number 2. No, supplementary angles. Angles are two angles that add up to 180. Complementary are two angles that add up to 90. Okay, question number 3. Are vertical angles on the same side of the line, or are they cross from each other on opposite sides of the line? Okay, so here's an example of vertical angles. And you come up with what definition or what you understand. Angle 1 and angle 2. Here's another way to talk about angles. If you're given numbers, you can do it numerically. Angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical angles. I'm going to abbreviate there. Okay, there's 2 more in this picture that I haven't labeled. Okay, let's say I want to just practice different types of notation. Just practice. So I put points on there for you. Okay, so the name of this angle right there would be angle ABC. ABC. And this angle right here, EBD. As long as I have B as the middle letter, that's okay, because that's called the vertex, the corner of the angle. These are also VA for vertical angles, Maddox. I hope that you get that. Okay, and again, love to talk more about that in any Zoom session, which a lot of students are doing, and you can do that too. Number 4, what are linear pairs? Linear pairs are adjacent angles that form a straight line. 2. There are 2, by the way. 2 adjacent angles that form a straight line. For example, angle 1 and angle 2. Angle 1, angle 2 are LP for linear pairs. And you know what? Linear pairs are also supplementary. Do you remember what that means? Supplementary means 2 angles that add up to 180 degrees. Okay, that's a linear pair. Next question. Same side interior angles, does it matter what side of the line, or as long as they're inside? So if I draw this picture, let's pretend these 2 lines are parallel. fact, I'll number all these in case you have other questions that relate to this. In this picture, angle 1 and angle 2 are same side interior angles. Why? Because they're on the same side of the transversal. Okay, this is called a transversal, a line that goes through two other lines. Okay, angle 1 and angle 2 are same side interior angles. There's two more same side interior angles in this picture, and that's it. 3 and 4 are also same side interior angles. Okay, next question. Are alternate interior lines, I think you mean alternate interior angles, on just the left or right, or they can be on the right and left as well. If you made alternate interior angles, the answer is yes, I believe. Angle 1 and angle 3 are alternate. I'm going to use AI for alternate interior angles. 1 and 3. Opposite sides of the transversal, but inside, in between the parallel lines. Really nice video on the modules that show this. And also 2 and 4. Angle 2 and angle 4 are alternate interior angles. Check out those videos. Corresponding angles, do they have to be across from each other, or can they be the same on different lines? Okay, corresponding angles. 1 inside, 1 outside. Okay, so example, angle 1, that's in between those two lines, and angle 8. They have to be on the same side of the transversal, 1 inside, 1 outside, and also they can't be a linear pair. They can't be adjacent. Okay, so which other ones do we have? I'm at RCA. So that's 1 and 8. Angle 2, angle 6. Notice there's 1 inside, 1 outside. They're not adjacent. And there's 2 more pairs, 5 and 3, and 4 and 7. Are all the corresponding. These are corresponding angles. I hope you can pick up on my abbreviation. Watch the videos to get really sharp on those types of things. What are planes? Planes are flat surfaces that go on in all directions. How do I name planes? We'll go up to this picture up here. Let's say there are 3 points. This is on the first module. You have to pick 3 non-collinear points to describe a plane. Okay, so I'm talking about the plane of the paper. Picture this paper going in all directions. Non-collinear means they don't lie on the same line. So to name this plane of this paper, I could say plane ABC would be the proper notation. Questions I'm getting from a lot of students right now that are going through the modules very carefully is notation questions. Notation is a definite challenge for us in geometry. It's going to be great to see at some Zoom meetings to make sure that you understand that notation. On the assessment that I can't write or click on anything, do you want me to just write it on a piece of paper? You're going to have to tell me what assessment it is, and you're going to have to go to the module to tell me what the assessment is that you're talking about, because I'm not certain what that is, so I don't think that I can answer that question right now. And again, Maddox, what I think hopefully that we're hearing is that you have to go through the module to navigate my class, okay? And if you have any questions, Ms. Baldock will help you, and I will help you. We have our first 12:30 on Monday is our next Zoom meeting. Have a good weekend, and I look forward to talking to you next week, Maddox.